Well, hello, good evening, everybody. Welcome to round number 8 of the North American Grand Prix Monday Night Open Wheel Championship, coming to you live this week from Ricard in France. And I am joined 2 straight weeks in a row now by Jack Ivy, as Brad is out again. Hopefully be back in a couple weeks, but Jack, welcome. Great to have you back.
Hey, thanks for having me here, Al. Big, long straightaways, fast course tonight. Perfect track for these cars.
Take a quick, look at the track map. You have it 9 corners, 3.8 kilometers. Very fast track, as Jack said. Kind of similar in some ways to Riverside last week in terms of the long straights. And I'll tell you what, the practice session here, these guys really bunched up practicing around here, but pack of guys all running together, so it was pretty cool to see. But I'm going to jump on board here with Greg Myers as he makes an attempt here on this first qualifying lap. Greg tucked up behind he and Jolakor here, headed into 1. This is 1, 2, and 3. This guy's going to be using them, touching that gravel there, but I see Greg on the turbo, blowing past Ian Jolakor, quickly catching up to John Watson here. Watson gets out of the way. Turn 4, very fast right-hander into this very long, never-ending turn 5, very flat, put a lot of wear on the tires. And now into this final sector here, very twisty, turn 6, 7, 8, and 9. Relatively slow portion.
Yeah, these high speeds and these big long corners are going to be tough on these tires.
So right through the final corner here. Very quick lap here around Ricard. Greg Myers going to slot in to 6th. 106 and change. John Houston out there. He was looking very quick on provisional pole. 104.2. Wow. He destroys his previous server best by quite a bit. He was had fast lap on track for a little while there, 105. That's a pretty fast lap.
That 104 is a blistering lap.
Greg Myers actually up in the first sector, behind the 10th in sector 2. On the qualifying tires. Here onto the main straight. And that's it. Getting the power down. Greg picks up a spot. Yeah, it's a bunch of time there though in that final second. So
that was a good lap there.
Yeah, good lap from Greg. So Taylor currently in second with 105 flat, but man, pretty tremendous lap from Houston there. Set the early tone. Chris Moses in 3rd.
That 104, 203, that's going to be hard to beat, Al.
I think you're right. Here Parsons here on a flyer up in the first sector, carrying 35 kilograms of success ballast after last week's win at Riverside. And he's up in the second sector. This is where that weight's going to be a hindrance to him here for this final set of quarters. Turn 9 onto the main straight. And there, yep.
A little better, but not enough to advance.
Half a second off of Houston's provisional pole time. Taylor looks like he's on an outlap. Myers now up to is also looking pretty quick. Personal best 105.8. Is he able to improve? Well, he just started a flyer here. Jump on board with Miller. Kevin Miller gets it all wrong. So yeah, it should clarify this is the 1988 version of Paul Ricard. Not as high-tech as it is currently.
No, I don't think we've raced this version before, have we, Al?
Actually, we raced it 2 seasons ago in the 72Ds, season 29. And
Jake Feemster just pulls provisional P5 in his last lap.
He's got the end of that Canola coming out of the pit lane. David's on, back again, third race in a row. Had a very nice run last week at Riverside.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how these guys are going to manage these turbos on these big long straights during the race. I mean, it could be easy to maybe overcook the motors and get a couple of retirements.
Just looking at the times from our previous running here. Ronnie Nunez had the lap record of 1:17.8 in the 72D, but that has been smashed here already in these much quicker 98Ts. But Houston up big in sector 2. Jack is flying. The final corner, tiptoeing through that final corner. Oh yeah.
Whoa!
1:03.8. His teammate. He also improves to a 1:04.6.
Yeah, they've got something figured out here, Al.
They certainly do. Taylor running in third. He's on an out lap. We'll jump on board here with Taylor, see if he can respond here to the T-Brock Dam Band duo of Houston and Parsons. Ooh, caught up in some traffic there, so Taylor's going to have to try again. But talk about the team championship here coming up. Not only Advantage Precision Motor Racing, Taylor and this guy now, Chris Moses, who we're watching. These guys are leading the championship with T-Brock Dam Parsons and Houston in second. This is looking good right now for T-Brock. Moses behind there in sector 2, 1 and 2, carrying the most weight out of everybody here tonight, 45 kilograms. Improves to 105 flat, 0.2 seconds off the championship leader right now. Joe LaCour up to 5th.
Yeah, that was a great run by Ian there, 105.4. But a 1:03.813. Houston has put out a blistering time.
Set that on the practice server, so I guess that he wasn't showing all of his cards there in practice, but he is looking very quick.
Well, they must have those cars trimmed right out, because Aaron Parsons, sitting in provisional P2, Al, is carrying 35 kilograms of success ballast on there, so they got something figured out.
With Jake Feemster last week having his best result of the season, finishing backs out of it, finishing third last week at Riverside. Thrilling finish last weekend. John Wilder on a flyer now. 9th position. Watch that entry in turn 1. Make up for it here. Down the straight. So these guys are going to be running the full turbos here in qualifying. off in the first sector.
Yeah, and this is going to be interesting, Al, because you know, these big long straightaways are going to play into that turbo, you know, at full power. But it's definitely going to mean they're going to have two different setups, one for qualifying and one for the race.
Qualified setup is definitely more on edge than what you would see during the race, but Lockton takes it off. He was behind in the first 2 sectors. Canola coming out of the pit lane, currently in 11th. Peter Burke up to 12th at the moment. Does he improve? He does improve. He does not improve on his position. Mike Monahan had a great run last week at Riverside, at least for in the first stint. He was up in the top 10, but the wheels kind of fell off there for him in the second stint. Lancashire behind him. I was a little surprised when he gets it wrong in the final corner, backing it into the pit.
Yeah, you know, Feemster's teammate, so they've got these cars set up pretty well, these two guys, because they're moving up in the standings.
JT Laro. Making his debut here tonight. Season debut here on Monday. First time in the Lotus for JT. Currently in 15, carrying some ballast here for his first run, but should come back next week. He'll lose that weight. But David Rowley nosing it into the wall. Currently in 16th. Ryan Robbins running in the 17th spot. Chandler. He's had a streak of points finishes end. I believe it was last week. He scored points in every race up until then. Consistent in terms of scoring points is Curtis, but hasn't had the best of luck this season in the Lotus. Currently in 18th, behind here in the first sector is Kurt.
Pushing real wide on that last corner, though.
Some traffic ahead of him that was walking. So it's the first race since the update we had to AC, so you might see some flags next to people's names. That's where they're from. Sam Rolfe. Curtis does not improve, currently in 20th, Story 21st. And back out front. 11 and a half minutes to go in this session. It is all John Houston at the moment, Jack. Nobody even close to him.
Yeah, you know, if he starts on the pole and can carry some of this qualifying pace into the race, Al, he could walk away with this.
Let's not forget a couple races ago at Montreal, started in from pole and taken out in the first lap. Not by his doing, but really had a tough run in that one. So opportunity lost there for Houston. His way down. It's right here with the turn 4. In there to the first sector is Houston. He's up in sector 2. He may improve on his best lap.
He's looking very fast.
Oh!
Whoa!
It's a little wrong on throttle. You're going to see a lot of that from guys,
you know, just a little bit of that gravel, Al, and that just puts those tires like you're on ice.
Parsons. Greg Myers has jumped up to the 4th spot, Jack. Told you he was looking quick.
Unbelievable.
Canola now up to 6th. He's been having a lot of technical issues in his wheel and whatnot, but I believe it's machine. slip post, but may have gotten it straightened out here. Let's see how it goes. Not sure how much time he's had to put in for this one. But currently in 6th. On an out lap, Joe LaCour. A little surprised to see Ian back there in 7th, Jack. He's carrying 35 kilograms of ballast.
Yeah, you know, that's not surprising. I mean, some of these times are pretty quick, Al, so it doesn't surprise me to see some of these guys a little farther back.
Taking it off, he was half second off, first second. Joe starting to fly. A lot of traffic out there. JT Lauro just starting to fly as well up ahead. That curbing there at the exit of turn 3 is really giving guys problems.
Yep. Not. You got to keep it in between the lines here, Al. It's especially when they're running full turbo. There's just too much boost to get any slip at all. So Houston's Parsons, Taylor, and Myers. That's great to see Greg up in P4 right now.
Not very forgiving track if you go off with all the gravel and whatnot. A little bit tricky here tonight for some of these guys. But Lauro here, pretty decent first 2 sectors. Should improve here, he does. But bumps himself up to 14, but he's a little bit off there in the final sector. So no change for Parsons, still in 2nd. Taylor remains in 3rd. Myers, Canola, looks like he's on a flyer here. Yep, 4 tenths off in the first second.
Yeah, and 7 minutes left in qualifying, Al, and I don't know, but I don't think anybody is going to be able to come close to Houston's current lap time.
No, I haven't seen any green pop up anywhere on our timing here, so no one's touching Houston in that first, any of these sectors. He's clearly, that's my word of the night here tonight, clearly. But Parsons, he is, going back to Houston, he's got this place figured out here. But Parsons, he's only a 10th off in the first sector, so he may be able to improve here. It's like the battle here is going to be for 2nd between Parsons and Taylor. These two are not that far apart, a couple tenths separated.
Yeah, Taylor out on a flyer now.
Parsons can do here. Parsons does not improve. So Parsons remains in 2nd. Taylor 1/10 off in the first sector. Similar splits to Parsons in the first 2 sectors. Taylor carrying 15 kilograms less of ballast here.
Looking nice and smooth though, Al.
Jake Feemster now jumps up to 4th. Ooh, Taylor taking it way wide there on the exit of turn 9. And he improves to 104.6, so Jake for a brief moment had that 3rd position locked in, but Taylor takes it right back. And then you see the split between Parsons and Taylor on 100th of a second separating them.
Yeah, and you know what? Feemster not far behind them either.
So,
and Greg Myers not far behind Feemster, so very tight up the front there.
So Jake. impress here. Nice qualifying performance put in from him. Moses.
Yeah, you know, I think he's putting in the practice time, and it shows, Al.
Moses jumps up to fourth, bumping Parsons down to third. 45 kilograms of ballast for Moses. And man, I think he's even a little surprised by that.
Well, carrying that 45 kilos, that actually is the qualifying lap of the night, Al. Even though it is behind Houston's time. With 45 kilos, I mean, that's 100 pounds.
Parsons up in the first sector. Just a little bit of time in sector 2. No doubt Parsons seeing Moses jump into that second spot. Looking to respond here. So we go about, what, 20 minutes with not much going on in on the board. Parsons, does he take that time back? No! Unable to improve. Lost it in the third sector. Meanwhile, Houston up in the first two sectors here, trying to put the nail in the coffin. And he does, 103.3. I'm sorry, 103.6. Outstanding lap. Nearly a second quicker than Moses in second.
Unreal.
Canola has jumped up to fifth. He's improved on his time. Feemster running at sixth. This guy's in the pits. Myers seventh. Joe LaCour back in eighth. He's got to be scratching his head because he's carrying the same amount of weight, but less than Moses. He's wondering how come he's not up there with those guys. But anyone can pull a rabbit out of his hat. It is,
I was wondering which end you were going for there, Al.
It would be Joe LaCour here at the end. Wow, really coming up quick on I believe that was Canola, yeah. Yeah, he's a bit off there in the first two sectors.
Yeah, you know, maybe just pushing a little hard, getting that car, you know, understeering and pushing out wide on the corners there.
It's not looking good in the first two sectors. Behind Joe LaCour here on track. See, Joe LaCour does not improve. David Zahn has an opportunity here to improve. He does, up to 9th. 105.5. Pretty good first two splits there for Zahn.
So everybody putting in decent qualifying lap times and tries tonight, Al.
Yeah,
Peter Burke just jumped up to 12th.
Nice lap there for Burke. Remnants of Andrew Adamson earlier in the season. He was dominating. Parsons now nips Moses for second. Parsons jumps up to 104.5. Moses has parked it. He's done. Taylor's done in the pits. But yeah, Adamson was really crushing people in qualifying earlier this season. And yeah, that's Adamson type lap there for this race here. Paul Ricard. Watching Canola now on a flyer here. It's about 10 seconds to go in the session. Canola, yeah, a bit behind there in the first sector. 0.2 off provisional pole.
Yep, if he can get his equipment straightened out, Al, he's always a danger.
Miller looks like he had a pretty good lap going. A little tail happy. Oh. back out of Peter Burke's all done. That's going to do it. It's going to be all Houston here. Jack.
A blistering lap. Those times are just crazy. That 103.6, that's just a crazy time, Al.
Yeah, there you have it. John Houston with a 103.6, as Jack said. Over 8 tenths quicker than his teammate, John Houston. So, phenomenal job there by T-Brock Dam Bam, locking in the first 2 positions, locking out the front row in this qualifying session. That's what they need right now in terms of getting back into this team championship. Chris Moses, Matt Taylor, 3rd and 4th. So 2 teams locking out the first 2 rows of this qualifying session. Very impressive run there from Houston, Jack.
Yeah, it is impressive, and especially when you take a look at the top 10 there, Al. Tiago, Feemster, Myers, Wathen, Monahan, and Joliker. I mean, all great positions for these guys here. Joliker, we might figure he might be a little closer up to the top, but still, great effort by these guys tonight.
Yeah, so taking a look at guys right now. Still not sure what to expect in terms of strategy. We may see some guys off of that one-stop strategy, Jack, like we saw last week from Ian. May see some guys continue on that 2-stop on the softs, but down 1-stopper on the mediums looks like it's helped a few guys, especially Jolico, the last couple of events. So we'll see how that plays.
Yeah, and that was a big help to Feemster as well in last week's race as well. He in the 1-stop.
Yeah, that's true, Jake, as well. So yeah, race tonight. Race tonight is going to be 53 laps at about a minute and change here. Pretty quick laps around this place. Very high-speed circuit. Like I said last time we raced here, Ronnie Nunez putting it on pole, and he won from pole. His teammate Nieto finished 2nd, and Houston had a good run here. Finished 3rd in our previous event. So looks like it's a track that treats him well, Jack. So,
absolutely, this suits this 98T to a T.
It certainly does. So, taking a look at the Drivers' Championship as we run, and as I pull that up, we'll take a look at the spotter guide. Not really, I believe it's been updated, but still give you an idea of who's in what car. Chris Moses leading the Drivers' Championship with 138 points. Parsons behind in 2nd with 123. Picked up some points on Moses after last week's win. Matt Taylor in 3rd with 119. Adamson is in 4th with 92, but unfortunately I believe he's done for this season. John Houston in 5th with 86 points. Make that 87 after that pole he just set. In the team championship, Precision Motor Racing currently leading with 257 points. That's Moses and Matt Taylor. T-Brock Dam Bam in 2nd with 209 points. That's make that 210. That's John Houston and Eiran Parsons. Rowdy Burns Racing, they're in 3rd with 139, but they have run out of funding. They will not be back this season. KT Racing, that's Tiago Canola and Kevin Lemansky. They're 4th with 100 points, and Kung Fu Racing, Joe LaCour, and looks like David Zahn's picked up the torch for Marty Eiran, who couldn't continue the season. So Zahn and Ian currently in 5th with 77 points, Jack. So quick mention, real quick, well, we got a few minutes here. Tomorrow night, Chuck Carter going to be hosting the Indy 500. It's going to be a full 500-mile event. I'm going to be participating in it. I'm going to try and run it on board. I'm not sure how long it's going to last once I get in the draft. So I'm going to do my best. It's very fast and very absurd. But it's a lot of fun and really cool watching these guys. So just quick note on that. Keep an eye out for that tomorrow night, and it's pretty.
Well, I gotta wish you luck there, Al. I did a few laps trying that out, and that is very fast. So good luck on keeping that all together.
Oh my God, Jack, it's so much fun. You should jump in with us. It's going to be great. So it's all the information's on our forum. If you're watching, you want to jump in, by all means. It's going to be great. But I highly recommend you run some laps before you before you take part in that one, because it's really incredible. So let's run down the starting order here tonight, Jack. What do you say?
Let her rip, Al.
All right, so from Paul, it is going to be John Houston starting first. Eiran Parsons right there, his teammate, in second. Chris Moses is going to start third. Matt Taylor starting fourth, and Tiago Canola with a nice qualifying result is going to start in fifth.
Jake I'm on Fire Feemster starting sixth. Greg Myers in seventh. John Wathan in eighth. Mike Monahan in ninth, and Ian Jolicoeur in 10th.
In 11th, it's going to be David Zahn. Kevin Miller running in 12th. Peter Burke is going to start in 13th. Dale Ballweg going to start 14th. And JT Laro is going to start in 15th.
Curtis Chandler in the 16th spot. Ryan Robinson 17th. 18th, Chuck Carter. 19th, David Rowley. And in 20th spot is Sam Rolfe.
Brian Story is going to start in the 21st and final position. So, it's about 20 seconds to go.
20 seconds to go. What do you think, Al?
Well, it's going to be interesting here, especially down. Once these guys make it through that first chicane, that blast down that main straight, it's going to be incredible to see who's going to be leading the race after that one. I predict some turbo action, but it's going to be nice to see Houston win this one if he can do it. And we're off here. It's a good start from Houston, and it looks like a little better start from his teammate. Parsons going to jump out to the early lead. Moses is going to follow right behind. Is he going to hang on to that second spot? It's going to be a drag race down the main straight.
We got a few cars bumped up in the back, but nothing terribly serious at this point.
Houston having a look on the inside of his teammate. Canola with an outstanding start. Looking on the inside of Houston, so Canola jumps up to fourth. Taylor has dropped back to the fifth spot. And it's Eiran Parsons out in the lead. Houston on the mediums. Looks like he's going for that one stopper. Parsons also on the mediums. Wow, tremendous pace from Parsons here early on.
Parsons and Houston on the mediums. Moses and Taylor on the softs, along with Canola on the softs.
Is that Jolicoeur? He had someone turned around back there. Not see who that was. It might have been, no, I think it was Feemster. Yeah, it was, I believe it was Jake.
Yeah, they're slipping and sliding all over the place back here, Al.
Making their way down into turn 4, carrying a bunch of speed through there. Ooh, Houston and Parsons off. Did the two get into each other? Unbelievable. Just picked the tail end of that.
I don't think so, Al. I don't think they did. I think it's just those curbs. You just got to stay in between the lines on this track here.
Oh, Houston with significant damage. Oh, he's got significant suspension damage. Our pole sitter off pace. I did not see
his car's bent to pieces, Al.
It certainly is. And it looks looks like Parsons has some damage back there in 9th. Amazing. If these two got into one another again, I mean, like the race at Montreal, it was not a situation where, you know, that was not of their doing, but Parsons got damaged, hit, and took out his teammate who was on pole in the second time, and 3 races that appears to have happened. Unbelievable. So that has put Chris Moses into the lead. 2 seconds up on Canola. They were a little bit closer, but it looks like Canola might have made a mistake. So Moses, once again, finds himself in the lead of a race he probably should not be leading. And Brian Story already going down a lap. Not sure what happened to him, but he might have got caught up in something. But Houston into the pits.
Yeah, Brian Story was off on the first lap in the first couple of corners there, Al, so he got all tangled up.
What a start from Kevin Miller. Worked his way from 12th now all the way up to 4th. Got Greg Myers all over him. JT Lauro up to 6th. With Joe LaCour at 7th. Side by side, turn 5. Ooh, Joe LaCour, some contact with, it looks like that might be Brian Story. Yeah, Brian Story, trouble continues. I think he was trying to let these guys by, and Ian just had no place to go, and he has turned it around, and no doubt frustrated by that one. So, Lauro, meanwhile, looking for a way past Greg Myers. This is for the 5th position.
Yeah, just a little update. Houston back out of the pits in 18th.
18th, and quickly a lap down there for Houston. Nearly 2 laps down, so these laps go by so quickly. Mike Monahan running in 7th there at Parsons behind him, who started from 2nd on the grid. Now finds himself back in 8th, so it's going to be interesting to see how Parsons recovers here. Parsons on the mediums, looks like he's on a 1-stopper, so he could make out all right here. He could recover well, Joe.
Yeah, you know, that 1 stop is going to, you know, grab them a little bit of time, and it's going to be interesting to see how the tires hold up.
Some things that's starting to develop here up front. It is Tiago Canola. This is a tough situation for Houston to be in. He's probably quicker than both these 2 guys, and he's going to be a lap down chasing them. Wappin's done. He's disconnected. So Canola sets fast lap of the race, 1:08.3. So these guys considerably slower than their qualifying pace, but we're on board with Canola here, quickly winding in. Chris Moses leading the race. Almost a replay of Montreal.
Absolutely.
He's, ago.
You know, not letting Chris get out of his sight, that's for sure.
A little further back, Parsons looking to make his way past Mike Monahan.
Got to be a big difference in wing setting there, Al.
Yeah, either that or aided by the turbo down the back straight. These guys might do just a quick stab of the turbo as Kevin Miller threw it off. Miller, oh my God, running in 4th. He was doing an amazing run there. Miller has thrown it off. Now, Chris Moses sets fast lap in the race with a 1:08.2. Parsons now trying to reel in Greg Myers here. Mike Monahan looking on the inside of Parsons, nothing there.
Yeah, Parsons giving a good chase to Greg right now. Wow.
rocketing past Greg down the straight. At the end of the straight, makes the pass. So, we're starting to pick up some spots here. Is Parsons up to 5th. The story right now is Moses leading this race, Canola in 2nd. I think Canola might be managing his pace or maybe making little mistakes here and there to give Moses a bit of a cushion, but Moses starting to throw down some fast laps trying to keep Canola behind him, but locking the tires out there going into turn 1.
Yeah, grabbing some of that curb, and those curbs have caused all sorts of problems for everybody. Parsons
now sets fast lap of the race. Taylor running in 3rd. He's almost 6.5 seconds off the leader. JT Lauro running up in 4th after starting from 15th. He's about to be dropped back. Looks like to 5th as Parsons is really all on the mail. Meanwhile, keep in mind, this is Parsons doing these laps on the medium tire. Soft tires are quicker tire around most places, but Parsons really has some tremendous pace. Now Canola all over the tail end of Chris Moses. Personal best lap of the race, 108 flat.
Yeah, you know, I wouldn't surprise me to see, you know, Tiago get quicker and quicker as the race goes on, just for practice laps alone.
Parsons now making the move on Lauro. So in a matter of about 3-4 laps, Parsons has picked up, what is it, 4 positions, 5 positions?
Yeah, he is flying right now.
Evan Miller has recovered. He's running now in 6th. Wow, he's picked up a couple spots too. He threw it off at one point, but he's picked up some spots. Meanwhile, Canola really quicker than Moses through that final sector, and he's all over the back of him now, going down the front straight here, leading up into turn 1.
Just not quite close enough. You know, another 1/10 of a second, he would have been in the draft and by him, I think, Al.
Yeah, that's where he's losing. He really needs to get a nice exit out of that, you know, turn 1, 2, 3 complex there.
Yeah.
Getting the car a little too unsettled.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Chris has got a better exit out of there, gives himself a bit of a gap, and then Tiago closes up the rest of the course.
Further back, Peter Burke now putting some pressure on David Zahn. This is for 12th. Joe LaCour, after his off, he's up there running in 10th. Behind Jake Feimster. I believe Feimster had a first lap altercation. Burke on the softs, on the medium, so Burke should be a little quicker here. Now Canola really tight here on Moses, and see if we can get a better exit. Not too bad. Evenly matched there.
Better, but Chris is still really quick coming out of that complex combination of corners. And it almost looks like Canola's just about flat out in that last corner.
Yeah. So look for these guys on the 2-stop that are coming around lap 17, 18, around there.
Yeah, 18 would be the max, maybe 17, or they might go a little longer depending on how their car's handling, how it feels out there, Al, and what kind of fuel consumption they're going through.
like Monahan, Joe LaCour has gotten around Mike Monahan. Moses sets his personal best, as does Canola. So I think yeah, this is going to be better for Canola. Moses had grabbed a little too much gravel there through that chicane. Closer than he was before, but not close enough to make a move here. Yeah, I gotta wonder if Moses might be defending a little bit using the turbo, but down that straight.
Well, I think it's going to be with these big long straightaways. It's going to be easy, to get overzealous on that turbo and maybe cook your engine. So they're going to have to manage that carefully.
This is the part of the track where Canola really has an advantage over Moses. Moses, let's keep in mind, carrying 45 kilograms of ballast.
He's really managing that gap well.
Yeah, definitely just getting a better exit out of that corner in particular. What the Canola can do about that right now.
Oh, Burke and Zahn just had contact.
Oh, I was just going to... Oh yeah, Zahn in the tire wall, looking to get the thing turned around. I was just going to pick that up. We caught the tail end of that. Well, Monahan, looks like Joe LaCour got past Monahan a couple, 3 laps ago, but Monahan is really hanging on to the back of Joe LaCour. We'll keep an eye on that situation as it unfolds.
Yeah, both Burke and Zahn have got some serious damage going on there, so...
Monahan has made his way
that's
past
not going to help.
Joe LaCour.
Yeah, Joe LaCour's carrying some front-end damage as well.
Here we go. A little turbo. For sure. For sure, up to 193. Ooh! Canola dives in front of Moses, and Canola, your new leader, here on lap 14. Oh yeah, that was definitely turbo enhanced. It's nice to see. I should be using this speedometer wrap here postseason. Actually unaided or off the turbo. Guys up to around 180 or so. On that main straight, Canola really...
Moses coming back, though, letting him run away.
Canola sets fast lap of the race, 107.5. So I have a feeling Moses might have been holding up Canola a little bit there in this first stint. So let's see if... Look at Parsons on the mediums now, setting fast lap of the race with a 107.3. And he's starting to reel in Matt Taylor there in third. So Canola...
Yeah, he's got him well in sight.
See if Canola can start to pull a gap here on Moses.
A little farther back, Joe LaCour starting to reel in Monahan as well.
Just pick that battle up.
And you can bet Ian's not going to be afraid to push that turbo button.
Yeah, I think Mike took advantage of that a little when he got by. Oh, here we go. Joe LaCour swinging out wide. Got Feemster right ahead. Ooh, Mike might be defending on the turbo too. No, doesn't look like it. Joe LaCour gets the pass made. Wow, very nicely done there by Ian.
Yeah, and that's always dangerous coming to the end of a big straight, on full turbo, Al, because you're carrying more speed than you're used to carrying into the corner.
So gap got as high as 6/10 here, but Canola not quite
Taylor in the pits.
Going away, so Taylor in, looks like getting a little early here. Here on lap 16. Ooh, Moses. Really throwing it off. So interesting call here from Taylor, pitting on lap 16. Zahn has recovered. Very tight battle back there. Joe LaCour out. What happened there? Happen to see what happened there, John?
I didn't. Al, I was chasing some other guys around the track. I was looking at Miller and JT Lauro, and it looks like Joe LaCour's out.
Oh, that's too bad. Ooh, Parsons in the pits, so Parsons may be, so much for that one stopper. Looks like the medium tire was a better option for Parsons in a two-stop scenario. Interesting. So that moves JT up to third now that Taylor has pitted and Parsons has pitted. Miller and Lauro. Miller having a good run here, running currently in fourth. So we got a bit of attrition here tonight. Ian's out, Lawson's out, Rally. He made it a couple laps. He's out, and Ballweg out as well. Moses in the pits, as is Canola. It's going to be an interesting stop here. Wow, really nose to tail into the pits.
Canola in.
So on lap 18, these guys bring it in. See who gets away here first. It's going to move Lauro into the lead of the race. Yeah, I wish they had animated pits here. Oh, great stop from Moses, and he is away. Wow. Canola now rolling. So he's going to pick up some time there on Tiago. So, bad spot for Tiago to be in because he's sandwiched between a couple guys who look like they're on a one-stop strategy. So they still have a ways to go here. Advantage Moses. Well,
yeah, and Tiago's probably hating to see the picture that I'm seeing. A very small Chris Moses off into the distance.
Oh, so word from the pit lane as Taylor had some damage from that incident in the opening laps there with Houston. So Lauro has gotten passed by Miller. They both dive into the pits. Greg Myers now, he's yet to act on the mediums. Is Greg, is he going to come in? No, Greg's going to stay out. Looks like he's going to do a one-stopper. Greg's going to assume the lead here.
Yeah, and I would expect Greg and maybe Feemster to be on a one-stopper.
Ooh, so Canola has gotten past Jake, so that was very important for Canola. Didn't want to be stuck behind these guys, especially being on a two-stopper, but Canola now, man, he lost about 5 seconds in that pit stop. 4 to 5 seconds. Tough deal. You've got Kurt Chandler up ahead. Curtis. Ooh, Canola takes it.
Whoa.
Yep. Curtis looks like he's a lap down. Oh yeah, he is. So Canola losing a little bit more time there trying to get by Kurt.
Yeah, and you know, as soon as you get those tires dusted up, Al, it takes a while for them to clean themselves off again.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's very tricky getting back on track once you have it off. Grip is at a premium. Greg Myers leading right now. Greg to come in around lap 21. still has a ways to go.
You know, knowing Greg and Feemster, they may try and run this out as far as they can, Al.
It's a good position for Greg to be in. Jake as well, running in third. Oh, we got a boatload of cars here. Going down the straight. Canola still unable to get past Kurt. Kurt takes it off. Wow, hairy moment there for those guys. Monahan in fifth, so it looks like the Chow Mein Moto guys of Monahan and Feemster on the same strategy as Moses has made his way past Greg. I think Greg probably did not put up too much of a fight there. Rolf and Robbins, they're duking it out here.
Yeah, and I would expect, you know, Mike. Oh, maybe not. You know, never know with Mikey, but Thiago's just carrying so much speed. You know, he's probably going to be able to and does slide right around Mike.
Gets past. Parsons in sixth. Taylor. Taylor there, Jack. He was running in third. Parsons is good.
Taylor picked up some damage there early and ended up falling way back. But I expect he's going to start making his way back up. He's now into P10, so I look for him to make some time up.
It seems like very significant time loss. I know he had some damage, but I don't think that would result in that much time he lost. But nonetheless, he's on the back foot here. Parsons now starting to put the heat on Jake Feemster for fourth. So we started with 21. We've got 5 guys. Ooh, we got a situation in the back. Looks like Chuck Carter turned around.
Yep.
As Jake had a bit of a moment there, locking him up going into turn 1. That allowed Parsons past. And wow, Parsons has already caught up to Canola, and he's going to try and make a move on Canola here, and he does. Unbelievable.
Yeah, like zippity doo-dah, I'm coming through.
Listen, Parsons with fast lap of the race, just tremendous pace here. In this, let's keep in mind, folks, he had a pretty big off there in the first stint early in the race. Fell back to, I believe it was 11th, and has just been picking him off lap after lap here. Now finds himself in third, just getting around Canola. 8 seconds off of Moses, who is alone out front at the moment. Myers on a one-stopper, still has to make his pit stop about 4 or 5 laps. You see the pace there. Greg's best lap 109.4. Moses 107.7. So added fuel.
Still, great racing by Greg. Got him up into P2 right now.
Doesn't look like Canola has one ass if his car was damaged. It looks pretty clean from my point of view. But I don't know if he might have picked up some damage there with Jake. We just picked that up late there. Parsons starting to pull away here slightly from Canola.
No, you know, I was just zooming in on Thiago's car. Looks all clean to me, Al. But Feemster and Monahan having a great race in P5 and 6 right now, Al.
Very strong run for those two guys. Strategy working out for them. Taylor trying to make his way past David Zahn here. This is for 9th. Taylor, 2 seconds off. Leader. Yeah, just another tough night for Taylor. Things haven't been going his way at all this season.
Yeah, got his damage fixed up from the first stint there, and seems to be back up on pace again.
Taylor's won a couple championships here, and really closes up quickly on Zahn. Did put it off. Taylor having a low poles this season. Hasn't won a race this season. He's finished well. He's finished second, third. He's been on the podium a number of times. He hasn't been able to come through with a win. It just seems like something that's hampered him pit issues, incidents. So he's finds himself here back in 10th. A positive note for Taylor, though. He's leading the competition index. The only driver to complete every lap so far this season. So he's got that going for him.
Well, that being said, Al, not an easy car. I mean, they're fun. It's a fun car to drive, but it's not an easy car to master.
So Taylor rockets past Zahn down the straight, so he's going to move up to 9. Chuck Carter and Kurt Chandler. Carter showing some signs of damage. And Chandler's going to make it easy for him. So Chuck picks up position there. Moves up to 13th. Curtis having a tough night here tonight. So Myers now in second. Due into the pits shortly. This lap or the next. And Parsons now closing up quickly and closing up on Chris Moses. Now it's picked up a second, nearly 2 seconds on Chris Moses. Jack. Moses,
yeah, closing fast too.
Yes. This would be an unbelievable result for Parsons should he be able to. Looks like he's going to try and get past Greg here side by side through turn 8. To 9, so Greg does not put up much of a fight. Parsons going to get past. Greg going to dive into the pits?
No, he's staying out. And putting a little heat on Eiran down the street.
Nola can get past Greg here down the main street. Nice little wobble there from Greg, so Thiago. Use that turbo. Well, Greg lets him past. Canola now jumps up to 3rd. So your running order: Moses, Parsons, Canola, Myers, Jake in 5th, Monahan running in the 6th position, Kevin Miller. Now put the heat on Monahan, but we expect these two, Feeps or Monahan, to dive into the pits momentarily here.
Myers in.
Jake comes in. Monahan coming into the pits. Jake stays out. Morrow's going to pick up a spot here, running in 8th. Taylor in 9th. Zahn made a stop yet? Let's see. Yeah. Well, I think he might have had a... No, Zahn's in. So Zahn looks like him and Joe LaCour were on a one-stop strategy. So Myers exiting the pit lane.
Zahn's in.
Yeah, so Myers going to come out. He's going to beat out Monahan and Zahn by a bunch here. But Monahan beats out his teammate. Oh, no, I take that back. Sorry. Teamster still needs to pit.
Yeah, I guess they're going to stagger their pits by maybe 1 lap. See if Feemster's coming in now. No.
No, staying up.
Going to go a long and a short.
Look at his lap time, fairly consistent. So yeah, interesting call here. Lap time seemed pretty decent last couple times by, so not losing too much pace there as Miller swinging out wide, gonna make the move on Jake. So Miller now moves up to that 4th position. Someone asked about the pit stops, if it's random. No, it's all based on a tire change. Change of tires time is equal amongst the cars, but depending on how much fuel you take in, if you repair any damage and whatnot, so it's all sound takes a ride. It's all so your pit times are very based on. Some guys may in this case Feemster doing a long run here.
Now, is he gonna switch over to softs on his second stint?
That's my thought here, Jack. Make him last 23 laps. That might be a tall order. Or whatever he decides.
Well, you know, you're only talking like 5 or 6 more than the 17 the other guys are doing.
It might be time
Jake
for
gets it all sideways.
For Jake, those mediums might be starting to come unglued here. So when these tires, pretty long stint for Jake. So not sure exactly what the tire wear was on these on the mediums here, but softs just like the mediums. Once they start to go, they kind of fall off a cliff. So you might see Jake come in here on this lap. Let's see what he does here. Oh, he stays up.
Yeah.
That gap now, Moses to Parsons, is only 5.5 seconds. This guy should be coming in another lap or so, Jack. Around what, lap 34? We're 17?
Yeah, 16, 17, plus 17. So we got about 4 more laps to go on these tires. You know, Chris is on the soft, Parsons on the medium, so.
Nice little tussle here between Peter Burke and Ryan Robbins here for 10th. That's Kevin Miller by, so that's going to give Robbins a bit of a cushion. Parsons, fast lap of the race, 1:07, 2:34, 5/10 quicker than Moses. Canola, no weight. Parsons carrying what, 35 kilograms, and on mediums, right at.
Whoa! Oh, backed up there. Burke, Robbins, and Miller. Burke ends up getting by.
Get by. How Miller managed that. Miller looks like he's okay. Going back to
David Zahn going to get by Ryan Robbins now.
Yeah, he does get by. He's going to try it. Hasn't done it yet.
Whoa!
Zahn took it off. What's going on here with Moses? His tires starting to go because he is quickly losing time here to Parsons. Taking a look at his last, 108, 109 his last time by. Compare that to Parsons. Look at that, 107. Triple sevens. Last 3 laps.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it sure looks like Aaron Parsons is on a tear to catch up to Chris Moses, and doing it in quick succession too.
Checking in for the Jag. I totally agree with you on that one. He's talking about enforcing a penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So basically, the pit limiter isn't forced here. Guys, basically, cutting out the track. You can go into the pit. 107 flat for Parsons. You can go into the pits. Basically 200 miles an hour. The car will slow down. But the track will slow you down. So you don't actually have to check up going into the pits, which I wish they would fix.
Well, that being said, this has got sort of a kinked entrance here, Al, so it makes it a little more difficult to come in flat out into this pit entrance.
So man of the moment right now, Parsons. Quickly reeling in Chris Moses here, who is leading the race in the championship. Parsons currently in second, and second in the championship. Just an amazing second stint here for Parsons. First and second stint after going off. It's just been proven to be the fastest guy. Oh, Parsons in the
Parsons in the pits. Oh, a little bump there, Al. Might cost him some repair time.
John Houston back in 13th, 107.6. Blew away the field in qualifying, but his race pace just hasn't equaled that of his teammate, which has been amazing. And
just hasn't been able to recover since that first lap debacle.
Yeah, debacle. It's a great word. Parsons is away. So this pit stop for Moses is going to be make or break here for him. See Parsons back out on the mediums. I wonder if the mediums are a better option here. I wonder if Moses decides to jump on the mediums, seeing what Parsons has done those last two laps, two stints. Okay, Moses in, Canola on the soft, mired in some traffic. Is he going to come in? He does. So Moses had a great stop his first time in. Kevin Miller now up to third. Should be expected to come in here. Maybe not. He's going to stay out. So where is Parsons in relation to Moses?
Coming around last two corners.
Moses still boxed here in the pits. Parsons on the main straight. See Moses pulling away. Where is Parsons? Oh, wow. We had another great stop from Moses. Picked up a little bit of time there on Eiran Parsons.
I don't call him the pit wizard for no reason at all, Al. If anybody can get in and out quick, Chris is very smooth in, very fast out.
Canola rejoins in fifth. And yeah, it looks like Canola lost out a little bit again there in that pit stop. So let's see. Moses back out on the softs. Canola as well. Oh, that's Lauro, sorry. Canola as well on the soft. So he's about 5 seconds behind Parsons. 7 off of Moses up front. So your leader, Kevin Miller, in the pit lane.
In the pits.
Moses should take over the lead here. Parsons going to slot it to second. Lauro dives into the pits. Oh, wow. So your gap nearly identical now after this pit cycle. Parsons now on a mission here to reel in Chris Moses here. expect to see a lot of turbos now engaged here, Jack.
Yeah, they'll use them up here as long as they don't burn them up.
Taylor on the softs. Taylor just pitted, comes out ahead of JT. So yeah. See that gap. So nice stop from Taylor. He's recovered there and picked up a spot. Is Jake finally pit? Can't tell, but
I've been watching. I think he must have by now, Al.
Yeah, he's ahead of his teammate here by 3 seconds. Things are starting to close in on Lauro here. Yeah, Jake on the soft, so good call there, Brett. Sorry, Jack.
Well, it sort of makes sense he was going so long, but a little different strategy. I'm really liking that team of Mike Monahan and Jake Feaster. I mean, they're running two different strategies in the same team, so they're running 8-9. So something's working for these guys. I think JT to get a little turbo boost there.
Enough to make it past Lauro. His debut hit for JT, running in 7th. With looks like some loud traffic there, Ryan Robbins. 13th. To what the colors next to the people's name is. There's Jake and Ryan. Get pretty close there, but I think he has to do a position on track. I think red is the lead car. I saw Robbins there, his name was blue with the numbers position, so I think just indicated it's about down. But the gap now up front. Under a second here between Moses and Parsons. I think the color on the name indicates it. See if we switch over to Moses here, you should see.
Yep, Eiran putting some pressure on Chris.
So yeah, that pressure really starting to mount here. Jake as well. Ooh, Jake taking all that curbing there. But back up here, this is the battle for the lead. 13 laps remain. These guys are all done with their stops.
Yeah, Aaron's got to feel pretty confident now. 12 laps left. He's right up on Chris Moses, pushing him around, and he's got 12 laps to do it in now, so good spot to be in.
He's got plenty of time. You saw how fast he was at the end of his previous stint. The mediums are going to hold up a lot better than Moses, who was on the soft. So, I mean Parsons is good enough to pretty much, maintain his pace behind Chris, and then jump on that opportunity once he sees Moses' tires start to come apart. Gap now 2/10.
Yeah, Eiran, a very wily veteran here at NAGP. It's just going to take one little bobble, but then we've seen the consistency of both these guys, so it's going to come right down to the tiniest of errors, or who's going to try and utilize the boost at the most effective time.
Jake just set his personal best lap of the race. A little further back. Taylor now putting the heat on Myers. Jake's gotten past.
Yeah, and Jake got around JT.
Side by side, advantage Taylor. Back out front. Battle for the lead between Parsons and Moses. To turn one.
Great exit off that corner by both those drivers.
Two for Moses last time by, 108.
Whoa, a little bit of a bobble there.
So Canola 11 seconds off in third, so he hasn't been able to match that pace he had early on in the opening stint. But, pretty comfortable right now in third. Kevin Miller there in fourth. Great win for him. Continue to watch this battle here for the lead.
Yeah, just a little update there. Not that you need to catch up to it, but a little farther back, JT and Jake Feemster are starting to close up onto Greg Myers for P6.
Yeah, it's an interesting strategy there from Jake. He really ran it deep. Had a little bobble there, but recovered. Currently in seventh. And doing a shorter stint on the soft. It'll be curious to see how those tires hold up. Don't know exactly what lap he came in on, but Mara now look tight on those guys. It's a three-way battle there for that sixth position.
Yeah, it's very interesting. He went real deep on those medium tires. And that's got to take some practice, Al. I mean, to practice laps on those mediums and then get out there and lay it all down with the softs. I mean, car handles a little differently. You know, he must have spent a lot of time setting this car up for this track.
Happen right here. Parsons. Ooh, that was tight. Swings out the inside into turn 4. Side by side. Moses not giving up this spot. Whoa, Moses is going to hang on to that position. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh, they both take it wide.
Both of them.
Both of them take it wide. Oh, that's funny. The exact same
Are they pushing hard or what?
Wow, good on Moses, not throwing in the towel there. He's going to run the tires off that thing. But I hate to say it, Jack, I think, oh, a little bobble there from Parsons. Going to give Moses a little bit of breathing room, not much.
No, that's not really breathing room with Parsons coming up.
Try again here.
Oh, big boost here.
Yep. Again, Moses hanging on the outside, side by side. Nothing he could do there. It's going to be Parsons now taking the lead here. That's an amazing run here from Parsons. This has got to be one of the best drives I've seen all season. Remarkable. With the weight on the harder compound tire. Involved in an incident with his teammate at the start. Mid-pack and just battling back here to take over the lead on lap 45.
You know, it looks like these medium tires are performing better later on in the stint, as you had mentioned earlier, Al.
Yeah, clearly. I mean, going to see. Should see Parsons just start to break away here from Moses. Lauro. Take a look back here. JT Lauro putting pressure here on Greg Myers. Myers running in 7th. Carpool with JT. Lauro, this is his, mentioned earlier, debut here on Monday night. Normally runs on Thursdays in the GT series, but has dipped his toe into some open wheel racing here on Monday nights. Ooh, hard on the brakes, looking into the inside of Greg into turn 1.
Yeah, Greg's got a rear view mirror full of JT right now.
It's an incredible. Oh boy, Moses has gotten back past Parsons. I apologize, we missed that. So I'm guessing that was a pass down the back straight. The long straight here. Jack Parsons going to look to
it must have been where they've been playing cat and mouse all night long, and here they go again.
Taylor, fast lap, 106.7. Taylor up to 5th, trying to reel in Kevin. Oh, Moses takes it off.
Moses throws it off.
Throws it off. And that could be the icing on the cake here for Parsons. He's carrying a little too much speed through there. Either that, he could have. It's a little early in the stint, but I don't think he's the tires off that quickly.
Al, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, these two have been duking it out for the last half dozen laps, and it wouldn't surprise me that he's just starting to burn off those soft tires.
Good action here for 7th, Lauro. Greg doing a great job. Holding off JT here late in this race. JT on the softs, Myers on the medium tire, but should be advantage Myers right now. I think we nailed it, Jack. I think that the mediums are better late, but right now, ooh, little bobble there from Greg exiting the turn 9.
Yeah, Greg's been a little tepid coming off that last corner, Al, the last couple of laps, so gets JT right up behind him.
See what JT did there. Very interesting, very nice. He set himself up for a great exit here, swinging way out wide to enter turn 1. Very nicely done. I think both these guys on the turbo. Down the straight, Greg defending. And the speeds have increased here, Jack.
Winding down. Use that turbo. Now, not that it's happening right now, Al, but it sure looks like Thiago Canola is starting to reel in Chris Moses.
Yeah, I just picked that up. JT again, all over the back of Myers. Yeah, Canola has picked up some time on these guys. He was about 12 seconds off, and he's now 6.3 seconds off the leader. And last time by, 107.8, so quicker than Moses, 109 flat. Moses had that off. Back to the Lauro Myers battle. Man, Greg's looking great out there. Both those guys, JT and Greg, just some of these angles just makes it just looks so real. It's unbelievable. Oh, Canola gets the pass made down the straight. Oh, Moses. Slipping back to third. Myers just sets his best lap of the race.
Canola out wide.
Oh, I can't. Every time I switch back and forth, something happens. Moses now back out front. These guys are killing me.
Well, you know, with this turbo boost, Al, it happens that quick.
It really does. So, wow, this race is almost done. Working lap 51 of 53. Let's see what Canola can do here. What's he got left in the tank? What's he got left for engine life? Ooh, Robbins takes it wide. Canola really on the turbo here. Wow.
Wow.
Ooh,
I don't think Chris has got any turbo left.
I don't think so either. He may have used it all defending. But if I don't see an engine on fire here by the time this night's over, I'll be shocked.
Well, then that would be everything we've seen tonight, Al.
Moses hanging on to the tail end of Canola here. Laro can't do anything
just a little update a little farther back. You don't have to go back there, though. Feemster had a little bit of an off, and Greg Myers and JT Laro got by. So Greg up to 6, JT in 7.
Moses here. Oh yeah, Tiago's starting to pull away. I think Tiago's defending a bit here. I think Moses doesn't have anything left in the tank. What an outstanding run here from both these guys, Laurel and Myers. Myers doing a fantastic job here, keeping Laurel behind him. Greg again setting his personal best lap of the race, 108.6. Whoa, to the inside. He's going to make it stick. He does.
Boy, oh boy.
But can Myers answer?
That was aggressive.
It was great, but can Greg answer here on the turbo? Oh, yeah, engaged. You can hear those RPMs rock it up. Back out front goes Greg. This is awesome.
Little bit of a bobble there. You know, when you get on that turbo, you're going in a lot faster than you normally do. So the corner's going to handle and push you out a little wide.
Greg defending on the inside there on the last lap.
Great action here.
Meanwhile, Parsons, the final sector here. Last lap of the race, side by side. Laurel and Myers, advantage Myers. Laurel has a look on the inside. Parsons coming around to take the win here. Canola is going to finish second. Moses third. Miller should take that fourth. Myers. Taylor should finish in fifth there. Miller does finish fourth. Taylor fifth. Oh, JT nearly threw it off. Oh.
They're still at it, Al. You know, great to see this level of competition so deep into the race.
Myers, is he going to hang on to it?
Absolutely.
Unbelievable run there. Laurel, great finish. Oh, Phoebes really caught up to these guys. Going to finish 8th. Monahan is It's going to be the last car on the lead lap. Nice to see Mikey have a nice finish here to take ninth. Wow. What a race, Jack. Let's see if we can
Absolutely,
bring our
yeah.
winner in here. Eiran Parsons, you copy.
I should have told you. I do, Al.
Unbelievable race, man. Wow. I don't know where to begin. Just action all over the place. But we'll start with qualifying. Amazing job in qualifying. Starting in the second position with all that weight you were carrying. We caught the tail end of what happened there in the opening lap. Hopefully you can explain what happened there. But I think you fell back to like 10th or 11th, and truly, I mentioned to Jack, one of the best drives I've seen all season for you to come back from that position you were in, and to finish out front on the mediums. Clearly, the mediums were the better tire late in the stint, and your lap times proved that. But just let us know what happened. Just an amazing job.
Yeah, thanks, Al. That was a crazy, messy race. I really owe a huge amount of credit to John for this one. He really knocked it out of the park with the setup, and the strategy worked this week. He made the call on the medium tires, and I tested them out last night, and that seemed to be the way to go. They were just so much better after halfway in the stint. And he also made a qualifying setup, and that worked brilliantly.
Yeah, clearly for him, he
was
was flying there.
Yeah, and it was just a huge bummer. I thought he was going to pass me on the first lap, but he decided to back out of that pass on me, and I didn't want to slow down too much because I didn't want to get passed by Moses. And then I screwed up on the second lap. Just got a bit of understeer and went off, and then I think Moses and Houston had contact, and Houston broke his suspension, so that kind of screwed his race.
Yeah, very unfortunate there for John, but a great race by you, Eiran. Excellent strategy. The medium tires seemed to hold out better, and a great battle he had with Chris Moses.
Yeah, I was wondering how that was going to play out, because my engine was already half dead because I'd used it to pass so many people coming back from like 10th position. So I was afraid that he was going to have a lot of engine left and really hammer the engine on the straight. But he didn't seem to put up a huge fight on the straight, so that worked out well. But yeah, I really owe this victory to John. That was mostly his doing, and really should have been his race tonight. So thanks, John.
Yeah, it was a tough, unfortunate situation for him to get pole again, and almost it seemed like a replay of Montreal, to be honest with you. Moses leading the race, a race he probably shouldn't have been leading, but and Canola chasing him down. But man, very impressed, Eiran, by that run and battling back there from as far back as you were. It was amazing. So you're going to be carrying 55 kilograms at Brands Hatch in 2 weeks. That's going to be tough around there, lugging that weight around. But anybody could have a solid result there with that weight. It's going to be you. But nonetheless, it's going to be pretty hairy driving these cars around that place for sure.
Yeah, that's a real bull ring of a circuit. It's going to be an absolute handful on these cars, especially with high boost. It'll be fun.
Well, congratulations, Eiran, again on a great run, and good luck in 2 weeks at Brands Hatch. Awesome job.
Thanks, guys.
Well, there you have it, Jack. Probably, I gotta say, that's probably the best race of the season so far. That was pretty amazing drive from a lot of guys. I mean, we had some attrition there, but I mean, just amazing battles there up and down the field.
It's that's NAGP, Al. Just a shout out to anybody there. Anybody wants to get involved? We run Mondays and Thursdays. There is great competition from P1 to P30 in NAGP. So join us Mondays and Thursdays for your best sim racing on the planet.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us here tonight from France. We're going to be again in 2 weeks. Break next week for the Memorial Day, but we'll be back in 2 weeks from Brands Hatch, Monday night, June. What is that? June 5th. So 9 p.m. Eastern. So hopefully you guys can join us for that. Till then, Thursday night, this Thursday, live from Monza GT. Jack, my co-host here tonight, and Jake will have the coverage for that one. So hopefully you guys can join us then. So until then, thanks Jack, and thanks everybody who tuned in. Have a great night, and have a great Memorial Day. See you guys in a couple weeks. Oh, and don't forget the Indy 500 tomorrow night. Might be a short one for me, but it's going to be fun. Have a good night, guys.